Hello, everybody. My name is Ethan Perez, and today I want to talk about the Global Health and Development Fund. And so, before I get into that, I want to say how blessed we are as Americans to live in a country that just has the easiest healthcare system. And it's not free by any means, but what I mean is ease of access. If our life is on the line, we can just go down the block to the emergency room. The hospitals normally are less than an hour away from most of us. And if we just feel sick, we can go to a doctor almost anytime, schedule an appointment. There are free ones, and a dermatologist to just see what is wrong with us and diagnose us. There are CVSs everywhere. There's pharmaceuticals, companies that will literally provide more cures cheaper and affordable for us, even though that's its own issue in America. But I mean, we are blessed to be living in a nation where they inflate the prices for drugs that we can afford because for other countries, due to the Census Bureau, it shows that the child mortality rate around the world is 15,000 kids die a year due to poverty and they just bad living health conditions. The Lancet Global Health Commission shows that 5 million people around the world will die, same way as the kids, due to just bad health conditions. I mean, we have water we can drink at any time and healthy foods. We just put minerals in these foods that provide the amount of things that we need, nutrients, protein, and whatever else the other foods and other nations they don't have, where they just develop bones that just aren't properly formed right. And it's sad to see that. And in other world countries, you are 6 times more likely to die to AIDS or HIV, and you are 3 times more likely to die to diabetes. In America, dying to diabetes is so uncommon. And if that was increased, it's sad because I mean, each American probably knows at least one person who deals with, or you probably don't even know, but you are definitely in contact with somebody who has type 1 or type 2 diabetes. And if that will kill you in other world countries 3 times more likely, is a very sad statistic. And the worst part about this is I believe these statistics are a bit skewed. I think there's probably more kids that die than that a year, probably a lot more. And for the people, I mean, I couldn't even imagine. And another perspective to put this in place is Americans. There's over 300 million people living in the United States. There's 7 billion people worldwide, and we're obviously not the center of attention, but it's sad to see how many people are suffering around the world. And I'm talking about countries mostly like in India or China, where the sweatshop conditions are bad, and even Africa. So what is the Global Health and Development Fund? Now that I dive into this topic, let me provide some facts, and forgive me for looking at the note card, but it is a lot of them, and I can't really memorize it on the top of my head. But they provide healthcare, and they put measures that will improve health and well-being and life expectancy of these third world nations. It directly provides services that raise income or otherwise impact economic conditions. And why that is such a big deal is that just as the average American, this is from a bank source, it states that even if you're in poverty, you are at least making $12,000 a year. That's over 10 grand. Poverty lines in America, they're living on at least $1.95 a day. The average American spends about 35 bucks a day, and that is just such a non-comparable statistic. The Global Health and Development, they also provide assistance to governments. They literally help governments design and implement effective policies that can just lessen the mortality rates and improve income for everybody. And they will help allocate many different funds. And by funds, we have to donate to this charity. But before you donate, why would you trust the Global Health and Development Fund? Well, let me give you more reasons. They have donated millions and millions, and here are the numbers to prove it. 14.7 million against a malaria condition for one charity. Another malaria charity, they have donated 2.9 million. It's called the Malaria Consortium. They have donated 1.2 million to the Center for Global Development, and they have donated 15.6 million to Pure Earth. These are millions of dollars that Americans have donated, and we can just donate so much more. And the going back to the 195 versus $35 a day living conditions, it does not take much for us to donate to greatly impact these people's lives. As an American, we are very blessed to be in this position. And it is a highly attractable area. So the best way you can literally do is just to donate. And they donate to different funds. They get your funds and they see what other funds and charities are doing. And they're like, okay, this charity needs some attention. We're going to give our resources to that. We're going to help this government, and we're going to do all we can to help this targeted area. And just $5 is literally all you need to donate to really impact somebody's life. $1.95 to just receiving $5 randomly is such a blessing to them. I guarantee you don't have to donate hundreds of dollars as you might think. And so yes, so these are the facts. This is the Global Health Foundation, and I donated a couple dollars to it. I donated about $20, and I hope that y'all might be able to do that too. My brother is the one who gave me a word to this fund, and they seem to be doing very well. Don't feel any pressure to do so, but I hope that when you ever like see anything on the TV about this kind of stuff, this organization comes to mind. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Ethan Perez, and that has been my persuasive speech.